His life will bear the print of who we are. This line in this poem comes from the Camels, but I think it applies to us all. Jesus's life will be marked by who we are. The camels, the wise men and the shepherds, the angel, Mary and Joseph, the grumpy animals in the barn, the innkeeper, and all of us. God comes down to earth and reflects us all back at ourselves. All of us exactly as we are. An unmarried teenager, a skeptical fiance, those whose jobs keep them outside no matter the weather, those who travel far, crossing borders they do not have permission to cross, those living in crowded conditions, grumpy or peaceful. All of us are reflected in Jesus's birth. And what is it that we can see in that reflection? Love. And when I say love, I don't mean something gentle and tame. I mean the love of Mary, filled with courage when an angel appears out of nowhere and tells her that she will give birth to God. I mean the love of Joseph, full of faith when he learns that his fiancée is having a baby conceived by God. The love of those animals in the stable, grumpy and tired and a little bit hungry, but moving over to make room anyway. The love of the shepherds, full of awe when the light fills with bright light and angels singing. The love of the wise men, trusting the star that they follow in the midst of political turmoil, defying the instructions of a tyrant king. That love, all of that love, reflects back at us from the birth of Jesus. And love changes us. As we learn from that story, love changed those animals, and then it changed the world too. Some might say that Jesus changed the world, but I actually think it's that response to Jesus's birth and his life. The community shows up. The community overcomes fear and distance and confusion. The immense outpouring of love in the wake of Jesus's birth, that is what changes the world. It is life-changing and earth-shattering. Love is courage and faith, making room anyway with awe and trust. Love is community, joining together to share what we have with others. Love is defying injustice and turning our lives towards a better world that we know is possible. Love changes the world because it changes us. Whatever you believe about the birth of Jesus, whatever in that story speaks to you or doesn't, may you know in this moment and from this story that love, fierce, powerful, courageous love, is at the heart of what is possible in this world. And as you go on into the rest of this Christmas Eve, into this cold, cold night, into the rest of your plans, may you know that this community holds you in love, carries that love forward, and is with you even when you don't feel it. So know, beloveds, on this night, we celebrate the birth of love in the world and the radical ways in which it changes us. May we take a moment to pause, to recognize, and to allow that to be so. May you carry the love of this story with you into your lives. The story of Jesus's birth reminds us that so many people in our world depend on the kindness and love of community, of people they don't even know. And one of the ways that we embody that love here at First Parish is through the Minister's Discretionary Fund. This fund is set up for people who need money quickly to help them pay for daily expenses, such as heating, rent, medical treatments, food, clothing. It is our Christmas Eve tradition to take up an offering plate for this fund. And I invite you to give generously if you are able. And I want to remind you that this money is available to anyone in our community. And I say community in the broadest sense of the word, not just those who are members or who attend this church, but people in Malden and the surrounding communities. If you are struggling with money for any reason, or you know someone who is, please don't hesitate to contact me, sabbatical@fpmalden.org, and let me know, and we'll figure something out. If you are in the sanctuary tonight, the ushers will come by with baskets. If you are online, the link will be in the chat. And this evening's offering will be gratefully given and received with love.
As we receive our offering, I invite you to join me in hymn number 256, Winter Night.
I invite you now into a moment of kindling and sharing the light. If you are at home, gather yourself a candle, real or imaginary. Here in the sanctuary, there were candles in the pews. If you don't have one, please raise your hand and we will make sure you get one. We also have electric candles if you would prefer that. In a moment, we are going to sing Silent Night together. And we will begin to share the light. I'll come down to the chalice and light my candle, then bring it to the pews. If you have a wax candle here in the sanctuary, you'll light it from your neighbor's candle. And just remember, Once your candle is lit, please don't tip it. Hold it upright and allow your neighbor to come to you to light their candle. Now we will lower the lights in the sanctuary and encourage you to do so at home too, as we light our candles and sing Silent Night.